681? No, 691.
Oh.
So here and above.
OK.
上面是他的是吧？
上面他们的，
这个和这个上面这个。
Sure. If you see some moisture around here, it's because they just cleaned all the. And then out front of the home is where the water meter will be. So the water has to be transferred 3 days after. Yeah. 3 days after. Transfer all your utilities. So here's the meter.
这是水表。
水表。
This is the water meter for the home specifically. So this
开关在这儿嘛。
This location is the only place you can shut off the fire sprinkler system.
Okay.
So inside the garage, we got another valve shut off, but that's only to the backyard landscape and inside the home.
Okay.
If the fire sprinkler's going off and there's an emergency, this is the only place to shut it
So
off.
this is shut off all the water.
All the water in the entire, this home specific.
OK. 就是管所有水表。
这个地方是啥？没事儿，这是啥？
就是这个排水管道。
This is a sewer clean out. So the screws are loose because my inspector was here this morning doing inspections. So he's got to come back and verify something. But we'll tighten those up and make sure they're good and ready.
So this is for the dirty water.
So the dirty water goes through there, but it comes from here. So you have one valve that flows, and then this one's called the backflow. So this one has a flap gate in it, so sewer can't go back in. So it releases sewer to come out, but if the water rises in the sewer, it stops against the gate. So sewer comes here and then goes into here and then drops laterally into this.
这个是啥？
管道出现的是从那个脏水管道到街道的连接的缝。
这个是脏水的。
对啊。
就是堵塞的时候，也是可能清理是可以通的。
So after we got it stuck, are we gonna clean, like do the pumper here or?
Clean here. So first, if you have a sewer clog, you're going to want to clean it at one of those covers first.
Okay.
So you want to pinpoint where the specific location is, and then if it's holding water the entire home, then it's most likely clogged here.
So, what's that?
So the sewer lines all vent to the ceiling, and so when they vent to the ceiling, they usually connect some other lateral connection. So when those go vertically, it'll be tying in whichever restroom or whichever laundry room.
这两个白色也是通的，就是如果说房子堵塞，先通白色，或者看是什么问题，然后这个是第二个通的，就是先通那个，如果那个通的没有通有，然后水还是在渗，就是这个那个通，这个只是一个管道出去的水。
这个地方一般不会堵啊。
对。
走。Okay.
Okay, so solar. The way the system is designed to work is off of this. This is technically both are sub panels. Your switch gear is over by the electrical meter. So they put 2 panels inside specifically for this home. This panel is going to work strictly off the grid, which means any power coming from Edison will power all these breakers. It doesn't mean they won't power these breakers. It just means when you get solar, everything inside of here will work off the backup battery. Okay? Right now, everything's working and everything's on grid. Until you.
This is for the gas operation.
So it's for these locations, and then these locations will be tied to the backup battery for the solar. So this location is the only one that will stay on grid at all times. So once solar is active, it's only going to pull power from these locations.
Okay. So this is connected to the Edison.
They're both connected to Edison, but when your batteries will set up. So right now, it's not active because you have to have Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So once you get Wi-Fi and you set this up, then all the breakers in here will use the battery first.
Okay.
And then once it drains the battery, it'll go on the grid.
Okay. 就是两个电盘，这个电盘连接的是一个电池、电箱，电箱用完电了，然后它才会用这块的电。然后这个连接的太阳能。
You also have an electric car connection, so it's already wired. You have power here. If your electric car doesn't plug into here, I don't suggest adding adapters because between each adapter it could get warm.
Yeah.
So if your plug doesn't fit here, change the plug so it fits your electric car. This is your fire riser box. This is your your house shut off and your irrigation shut off.
So this one shut off
The house inside and the backyard.
Isn't like same as the outside water?
No, because it's the same as outside water, but the only thing is this here is directly tied to that one. So if you turn that off, this will still actively work.
这个是关房子的水和后院的水，不关消防的水。
These are low voltage transformers. What it does is the exterior light will, they use 12 volts, and then your house power is AC power, uses 110 volts. So you have to transfer that. So these are called transformers. They transform the power to reduce for your exterior lights and your doorbell. So one's for the exterior lights, and then one's for your doorbell.
这个就是这个就是10年用130伏，这个是120伏的电压去转过去。
So this is an electric water heater. It does have a tank, so it will store the water. It does produce hot water at all times. It does also build condensation, so it will drain condensation into that box. This is called the pressure release valve. So if this malfunctions, this will release water. If this doesn't release water and it causes maybe some other further damage, it'll take the heat here. So this is called an expansion tank. If this malfunctions, this will expand, so then it allows a little bit of consistent water pressure. So I'm just going over a few details on specifics on the inside of the garage, and then we'll go inside. Okay? So with the water heater, it does build, have a tank, a storage tank, so it'll store the hot water, and then when you turn on hot water at the faucet, it'll release hot water. It builds condensation, so it drips into that box, very normal. Pressure release valve does drain outside. If this malfunctions and you see water consistently dripping out there, then you'll want to call for service. It's a pressure release valve, so it's designed if it builds too much pressure to release the pressure. So
it will
if it
function
releases
automatically,
pressure,
right?
yeah, it'll shut back automatically. If it's continuous, then you want to reach out to us because that's going to waste a lot of water. Okay. You can adjust the temperature here. The default setting is 120, so if you want to adjust it higher, you can. We put mixing valves everywhere, so when you have a single valve to turn the hot and cold, it mixes hot and cold water together, and then it gives you your lukewarm water. So if you have to go too much cold, sometimes the water pressure will go lower because it's pulling too much cold water versus hot water. So if you have it right in the middle and you adjust your temperature to where it's the middle is perfect for you, when you take a shower, you'll have the best water pressure. Just a little trick. These covers here are for sewer cleanout. So if you have a clog in one of the sewer drains, you can access the sewer lines there. Okay. The garage floor is post-tension, which means there's cables going through them. And when we pour the concrete, those cables get encapsulated, and at the ends, they pull 2,000 pounds of pressure to keep everything together. When I first got into construction 15 years ago, 20 years ago now, concrete was my specialty. I did a lot of concrete work for 10 years before I got into home building. And one thing my dad told me, he says, ice cream melts, concrete cracks. You just got to figure out the best way to resolve how the cracks happen.
Okay.
So what we do is we put those post-tension slabs, we pull everything in nice and tight to help eliminate the cracks. Second line of defense for cracks is we put these expansion joints. So the reason for these is not to give you detail on the floor, but so that way when you look, the crack stays inside those lines. Okay? So it's designed to follow the crack, trace the crack. It is very common sometimes in the corners, they do crack this way, but hairline cracks are totally normal. If it's a structural concern, you can reach out to us and we can investigate.
How do we know it's a structural concern?
Usually start seeing separation more than 1/4 of an inch. So we typically gauge, the rule of thumb is you put 2 quarters together, 2 25-cent pieces, and if you fit it in the crack, you can say, hey, I got a structural concern, it's larger than 1/4 of an inch.
Okay.
And then we would come out and do some investigation. Excellent. Fire sprinkler system. So Fire sprinkler systems designed in the garage not to have covers. It's more of like an industrial look because it's not a living space. Inside your home, they're going to have a cover, a beauty ring, and then the sprinkler will be behind that. At 135 degrees, that cover will fall, and at 165 degrees is when water will come out. But it's not like the fight movies where the fire scene's in the other building and they're fighting and all the sprinklers are on around us. It's only where the fire. So if the fire's here, the sprinkler will activate. Until it gets to this location, that one will activate. Okay, so not all of them activate at the same time. All right, we're moving along. Any questions? Okay, good. Your exterior GFI plugs, so you have plugs on the outside of your home. If any of them don't work, the reset is going to be at the front entry. So at the front entry, you have a plug. There'll be a GFI reset. It'll look similar to this, except it'll have plugs here. So this one's designed for the garage door opener. By code, we have to put a GFCI protected plug up there, but we realize when you have cars here, you can't really reset it when the garage is closed, the cars are in the way. So we put it on the wall. So if you lose power, you accidentally trip this, now you have no power. Rachel? Scoot a little bit forward. Okay, so as I close the garage door, you're going to hear it's going to be quiet or real loud, and it's real slow, and it beeps. Okay, so that's indicating that it's on the backup battery. So backup battery will only open the garage door 1 or 2 times. After that, then you'll have to use the backup battery on your solar. Number one most important thing when you move in, you close escrow, is to set up your internet and activate your solar. Okay?
So that reset is only for garage?
Only for the garage door. So once I hit that again, then I'll have power. You'll see that it'll move faster and it doesn't beep. It is a little bit louder because it is a new door, so it's going to need some settling. Now, with all of our homes, we always suggest that you lubricate the garage doors monthly. Okay? In the first year, you're going to notice you maybe need some adjustments and stuff because the home's settling. So just submit a service request for a garage door adjustment, and then they'll come over and do like a courtesy spray and make any adjustments. Okay? All right, so you have also 4 different types of light switches inside the home. You've got standard toggle switches that turn on and off. You have occupancy switches, which is what looks like this. A dimmer switch, which is going to be tied into some of the options. And then a timer switch. The timer switch activates the front light and the back light based on your likings.
Okay.
If you manually turn it off, it'll stay on until you manually turn it off. This occupancy switch, if you turn it on, the lights will stay on. If you forget to turn it off, if it picks up no motion, it'll automatically turn the lights off. Now say in the shower, we also put these, if you're taking a shower and you put a curtain rod and it doesn't pick up motion, you just put your hand up real quick. If the light turns off, and it should turn on within 3 seconds of it turning on. Okay? Lots of talking. Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions yet?
I'm all good.
Okay. I have some booties. I don't know if I brought enough for all of us. If you don't prefer to wear them, that's fine. We're going to clean the house again. I wear them because I'm out in the dirt and walking in the mud and stuff, so I'll put them on. But you guys have a choice. All right? Excellent. Let's step inside. Oh, by the way, if you notice some of the spots here, it's because we just did repairs in the garage. This morning I noticed a couple of touch-ups, and so I told the guy, come in and just dial in the garage since it's outside. I thought it'd dry by the time you guys showed up, but it's still drying. So by the time that dries, it'll blend in and look the same.
Okay.
But these garages, all the garages at Juniper, we don't paint them.
这个墙的一点它要处理吧。
Because if they get wet, and you put a rag on the wall, you'll wipe all the texture off. So the texture is water sensitive.
For interior.
Just on just the interior of the garage.
Okay, got it.
So all these walls are not painted; they're just that texture. All right, let's head in.
Okay.
You guys have any questions?
No.
No? Go ahead. Sure.
You're gonna go first because you're gonna explain the house, right?
Say again?
You're gonna go first. You're gonna explain the house.
Oh yeah. No. I'm going in. I was just giving everybody the opportunity. We purchase an extended warranty with your appliances. So you have a service agreement that we purchase with Whirlpool, and what that's going to do is going to give you 2 years on all parts and labor. Okay. So the first year is standard manufacturer's warranty, and when you get into the second year, Pulte purchase an extended warranty. You can extend that further if you would like. I do suggest it because Whirlpool will, I think, warranty up to 6 years on all your appliances. And the reason being is if your dishwasher leaks, they cover all the costs.
Okay.
So floor damage, cabinet damage, stuff like that. So I always suggest all the homeowners extend the warranty because after 2 years, then we don't cover the dishwasher if it leaks. But we will go up the bat for you if you have a warranty with Whirlpool and you need help with getting material and stuff like that. You just reach out to us and we'll help coordinate with you.
Okay, got it.
Excellent. So what I'm going to do is show you where all the model numbers and serial numbers are, basic functions, and then you'll have a thumb drive with all the manufactured parts to get familiar with. I'm just going to review a few things. If there's something you have a question about, you can ask me. If I don't have an answer, I'll probably wait and get you the right answer. Alright, so I'm going to start with the hood vent. You got a light on and off. So when you turn it on, it automatically turns on to the on position, whichever setting you're on. So if you turn it on and you don't have these medium and high settings, it's going to default to the low. So right now I've got it on the high. If I turn that off, now it's going to be at the low setting. If I add medium, then it's going to pick up. And then high. And then the light. And then under here is your filter. A little bit of the package. These filters don't need to be replaced unless they come completely apart. So you can soak them in warm water, light soft bristle brush, and then once it's clean, put it back in once it's dry.
Usually how long do you need to clean this?
They say after every use. Now it depends on how much you're cooking with oils, because oils will stick to this, and what you don't want is oils to penetrate through this. Because if it goes through here, it goes right into the motor. So if oils build up here, they'll come through and then they'll go into the motor, and then your motor will start to fail.
Okay.
Good question though. Model number and serial number is located right here.
Okay, got it.
If you want to take a picture.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I was gonna say it's probably easier if you just do the photo. And then for your cooktop, you go to the ignite setting, it's going to click. Now all of them click, so if you just turn all these to the on position, they'll all turn on without having to click. Okay, and then you just remove it from the click cycle. So in the high setting, everything defaults on, and then you can adjust everything down to low, and then back to off.
Okay, and then how did you click it first?
So there's an ignite setting right here.
Okay.
So you just got to turn that to that location there, and then it'll start to click. Now, if it doesn't turn on automatically, then you just got to turn it a little bit more to get gas coming in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then once you go into the high setting, it'll turn the clicking off, and then put your burner at a much higher temp. All right. And then model number and serial number is located, I think, right here. Nope. Nope, go that way. Yep, nope, keep going that way. Right there. It should be that bottom one. Let's see. Yep, that's it right there.
Oh, okay.
Stove. Cooktop. Your oven, microwave combo. So microwave up top, oven down below. If you want your oven settings, you go over here, and then you have all your different heat cycles. Get defrost.
你拿着就把那个注意点，黑人不要撇了。这个猪个脚很好看。
Oven setting, yes.
注意到我的时候，它是那个影响比较那个什么。 最大的猪可以看。
I haven't used it because I don't want to use somebody's brand new microwave, but I'm sure it works really well.
Sure.
Model number, serial number is right here.
So that's for the whole thing, for
Yes.
both, right?
Combo.
You know roughly how much is this?
Like how much it costs new?
Yep.
This one's probably between 28 and 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have a couple other models that are a little bit above it that have like air fry settings and other options. But this one's nice because it's all touchscreen. Okay, so dishwasher. I'm going to talk about some of the safety key cleaning options. So right here you got a filter. If you put dishes here without cleaning them, meaning rinsing all the debris and the food off the dishes, you'll have to clean this after every use. That's what the manufacturer says. I rinse all the dishes before I put them in here. It sounds kind of like doing things backwards because you're kind of cleaning them and then putting them in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
But it does the final clean and then they're sanitized. So this filter, just make sure you check it every once in a while. If it's good after a couple months of using this and you put everything in there, then you probably don't have to check it ever. I usually check mine once or twice a month, and then sometimes I'll go 6 months without checking it. Food will sometimes get stuck underneath here, so just rinse it underwater and put it back.
How did you take that off?
It just comes off, so this just snaps in place. It's just sitting there loose. So once that fits in there, and then this will actually fall into place, and then you'll feel it drop, and then just do a twist, and then it'll lock.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got heat element down there, your lower rack, middle rack, and then an upper rack for larger silverware.
Got it.
Now this rack can be adjusted, so if you lift this side up, and this side stays down, if you go to close all of this, it won't actually latch. So I've had homeowners call me like, hey, my dishwasher won't close. And then I come over, and after a couple inspections, I found that this drawer was crooked. So once you lift that all the way up and both sides are lifted or both sides are down, per se, now.
Oh, so it's just a position of the upper basket.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
So you can lift it all the way up. Now that's all in the upper position, giving you more space here, and then the door will close.
Okay.
Okay? And then model number and serial number is...
Was it that one?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, awesome.
All right, so underneath the sink, we put a loop there. So if you want to put like a drinking water, like RO drinking water right here, you can filter that drinking water to your refrigerator. So we have a loop underneath here that if you tie that drinking system to that loop, it'll filter all the water to your refrigerator. So that way you don't have to put filters on your refrigerator.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So you still have to buy a water treatment, though you hire the plumber to install it. Have them install it to this pipe right here.
Oh, so the pipe goes from the
From
out
here?
in the back.
Yep, all the way to there. So if you just tie into here, and it filters the water when it comes back into that loop, it'll filter the water that's going
The,
through.
the white one, right?
Yes, the white pipe.
Okay, got it.
Yep. So underneath here, see this black pipe?
Yes.
So it's very common. Have you ever seen water come out of that thing in any of your homes? Okay, that's good.
I was lucky.
So you probably rinse your dishes before you put them in the dishwasher, but if there's food in there and it gets sucked into the system, it drains to here and then it goes to this black pipe into the side of your garbage disposal. So what happens a lot of times if you put a lot of food in there, this thing spins and then it spits food back into here and then it clogs and then water will come out of there. So whenever you put anything down there, it's not like a trash can where you just, everything on your plate, just put it in the garbage disposal. I've had homeowners put pizza dough down there. I've had to tear apart the whole entire island because the dough grew and it got stuck like 6 feet into the pipe. I had a homeowner one time dump chocolate. They had a big party in a chocolate fountain. They dumped all the chocolate because it was liquid down the, and what happens to chocolate when it gets cold? It gets hard. And it got hard in all the pipes. Again, I had to tear the whole entire island apart. So just put, you know, what I do, you have a plate of food, you finish eating, say you have a little bit of food left on there, go to the trash can. Whatever you can't scrape off with the fork is okay to go down the sink.
Okay.
That's the rule of thumb. Okay? You have a separate switch for the dishwasher and the garbage disposal. The garbage disposal is on a switch on the side. If this does jam, you're going to want to unplug the garbage disposal, confirm that it doesn't work, and then right here is called a spud wrench.
Okay.
So this, if this stops working, it doesn't spin when you turn this on and off. Not like this, but when you turn it on, it'll be like, like it's trying to spin, but it's jammed up.
Yeah.
You'll stick this right in the middle, right here, okay? And when you stick it in there, you're gonna notice you can't move it. It's gonna be stuck. Right now it spins freely because there's nothing jammed in there. But once you stick that in there, it's stuck. You break whatever's loose. Once it starts to spin freely like this, remove it. There's a button right here.
Oh, the reset?
Push the reset button and then plug it back in and you should have power.
Okay.
Everything should be good. So I've had situations where people get quarters stuck in there. Always unplug if you're gonna stick your hand down there. Okay? Also, people break wine glasses. How do I get the glass out? You dump a bucket of ice from your refrigerator, let it get real cold, get hot water out of your faucet, put it over the top, and then grind it up, and it'll break the glass.
Even the glass?
Wine glass.
Oh,
Not
okay.
not like a Pyrex, like a thick glass, the thinner ones. I put a sticker right here for customer service. So if you got to reach out to customer service, you have an email and a phone number. But I'll also give you a bunch of paperwork for it too.
Sure.
You call Whirlpool, they show up the next day, they get it fixed, everything's good, and then it happens a month later. You never called Pulte, we don't know that there was an issue. You say, hey, it's the second time it's happened. Now we gotta reach out to Whirlpool to get records, and it just takes more time for issues to get resolved.
Sure.
And plus it keeps a lot file, so if there's something reoccurring, you can just put a service request. Hi, my oven went out, I scheduled for service on this day. I just want to advise you for records.
Okay.
And that's it.
Just CC you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Next. So much stuff. All right, so we've talked a lot about the kitchen and appliances. Now this is the time to where you want to start opening doors and drawers, check everything, and then as we walk through the walls and the rooms, I'll just start discussing things that are on the wall. The plugs on the kitchen backsplash are arc faults, so the reset will be in the laundry in the garage. So if these plugs stop working, they don't have a button to reset them. You have to go in the garage and flip the breaker.
Same thing as the garage door, or was it?
Nope.
Oh,
So
the main one.
yeah, the main
Okay,
panel.
got it.
You gotta flip the breaker, the main panel. But for the restrooms, all the bathrooms, there's a plug in there. The reset will be in the primary, the master bedroom, master bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we get up there, I'll show you. But like, for instance, come in here. See this plug over here?
Oh yeah.
If this one does not have a reset, it doesn't work.
如果说这些东西用不了，就要去
外头
panel
哦
switch it，
好，
然后 bathroom outlet 用不了，还要 去 master bedroom 的
Recess bathroom and the secondary bathroom. We'll have the recess in the front.
对，让他俩贴胶条，
贴什么？
贴胶布。
So, yeah.
这托尼最喜欢干的事。
So what I'll do is I'll tag for anything that needs repair, and say, because I get in situations like this where homeowners are like, I don't want to leave because I feel like I could find more. And what I always try to give everybody peace of mind is, we'll tag everything, we'll fix everything. We're human, we might not find everything, and we might accidentally bump the wall from now until your close of escrow. But you have a 30-day touch-up. So 30 days from close of escrow, if you find anything inside your home that is construction related, say, a ding like that, then you can reach out to us and say, hey, this was left over from construction. And
So do they have like a warranty?
So the warranty is a 10-year structural. So everything behind the walls, outside the walls, structurally is 10 years. You've got a 4-year SB800, which is everything behind the walls. And then you've got a 2-year on all manufactured appliances, and 1 year on fit and finish. So that's settlement. So 12 months. So the fit and finish on 12 month is settlement crack. So the home is completed now. We just finished building it in the last few days. While you transition to all the different weather types, California doesn't really have too many weather types, but it does fluctuate a little bit. So when you have cold temperatures and then in the summer hot temperatures, everything's going to expand and contract at a different rate. The drywall will expand and contract at a different rate. The cabinets, the wood, the framing, the stucco, every part of the house will expand and contract at different rates. And when that happens, it leaves a little bit of separation and some cracks. Okay? It's very common in new construction. At the 12-month mark.
Have it, so I can tag it.
There you go. Just put a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Now it depends. If it's cabinet, it's blue. If it's baseboard, walls, or paint, it's red.
But I noticed something around the cabinets. Yeah.
Okay, so if you got cabinet stuff, then it's blue. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. And just 1-inch pieces. Just
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. Perfect. So most common areas are the corners. So right here we put a metal piece of rounded edge, and then they blend in the texture. Well, this metal comes to here, and then it's drywall, and they blend that. This metal sometimes will start to lift, and you got to crack all the way up the line, or sometimes just about this far. It's very common to do construction. Same in the corner, inside corners, here, or on your backsplash. The top versus the side. Those will separate. It's very common to see those in the first 12 months.
Okay. So it's for both interior and exterior.
Yes. Stucco cracks, they don't ruin. They say they're cosmetic. Because there's a structural component behind the stucco. If it gauges more than the thickness of a 1/4 inch, then they would investigate, most likely repair it. But hairline cracks, they won't. Usually if they repair it, it's more obvious.
Okay, what is hairline?
Hairline, like thickness of your hair.
Like around
Real,
interior side.
Exterior. So if on the stucco, if there's a small hairline crack on it, that wouldn't be covered under warranty. That's normal to see expansions of this.
So if it's like a more...
If it's thicker, then we'll come fix it.
Okay.
But you have to submit a ticket for a structural concern.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Alright, excellent. Alright, you guys are helping me out. I love it. Okay, so that'll be your doorbell. You're going to have a Ring doorbell set up at the front door. Once you get your internet, when you open the Ring box, there's a QR code in there. You can take a photo of that, and that'll set you up. But you need internet first. Fire sprinkler caps. Square covers are going to be for your surround sound. So you've got 2 in the back, 3 in the front, and then you're gonna have 1 down here. And that's for your subwoofer. And you connect all your equipment to one location. So if you buy speakers, there's already wires up there for your speaker. It's pre-wired for speaker wires. So if you want a surround system in here, you just gotta buy 5 speakers and a subwoofer, and then that'll take care of everything for surround sound. And then for internet, you have what's called a waypoint. So these are technically called smart homes now, and that cover is called a waypoint. There's a Cat6 data cable in there. And your communication panel in the master closet, you're going to have a bunch of wires in there, and then you can connect routers, signal boosters, cameras, surround sound, whatever you want in there, but you have to set it up accordingly.
Okay, which one is that?
So this one right here is just a data line, and so you can put what they call a waypoint, and it helps build the Wi-Fi signal. So it's we put these here for signal boosters, but you can use them for anything.
Oh, I see. So it's just basically wire.
It's just wire in there.
Okay.
But you can put, and that speaker wire, so it only has 2 wires, just positive and negative for speakers. And then this one has 6 wires in 1 strand. So it's 1 wire, but 6 little wires, and that gives you all your data. Data wire, yeah. So you have 1 location downstairs and then 1 upstairs. And then you've got a fan option here and a chandelier option here. So you put your dining table here, you can put a chandelier, and then if you have a fan, you can hook up a fan or just a regular standard light. So the fan options are all going to be on a combo switch, which means it has 2 switches. One will turn the fan on and off, and one will turn the light on and off. And then every room is going to be equipped with a half pot. So you're going to notice a plug that's upside down. See how the hole is up here, but if you look at some of the other plugs, they're down below. And that's identifying that that plug works on a switch. So if you plug, here, I'll get my tester. So I have my tester. You'll see you have power down below, and depending if the switch is on, which is not, you have no power. So then, I think it's going to be that one over there. Yep, that one. So it's on a 3-way switch. So you're going to have this switch and then one by the stairs as well.
Okay.
So this, you could hook up a lamp and then your alarm clock down below. But if you plug your alarm clock here and you turn the lights off, you're not going to wake up for work the next day. Also, we equipped each floor with a smoke detector and a carbon monoxide detector. So down here, the combo is there. You also got a smoke detector in the garage, and then every bedroom will have a smoke detector as well.
So it's like replaced every year.
Okay, so that's a good question. Daylight savings time is you change your clocks twice a year, and that's a good time to change your AC filters, your smoke detector batteries, and change your clocks.
Oh, okay, so twice a year.
Do it twice a year. It's just easier if you do it twice a year. Because what will happen if you do it only once a year? At the very end of the year, you're going to be sleeping, and it's going to be Monday night, long day of work, and then you're beep, beep.
Okay, so you said smoke detector battery, and then what was the other one?
AC filters.
Oh, okay. Oh, that you need to replace twice a year.
Well, they say to replace it every month.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I replace my filters probably every 6 months.
Okay. Just making some notes.
Absolutely. No, that's good. And I'm always walking around here here. So when you get moved in and get settled, if you have a question, you be like, "Hey, Anthony," when you see me walking around, because I'm always, I'm building these houses next to your home, and then I'm closing the houses over there. I got a couple more closings, and then so I'm always around if you have questions. All right. Let's see. Do you have any questions here before we go upstairs? Okay. Now, if they, whatever tags they have, I'm going to tag again a little bit more because I have a couple of mental notes of things that I saw earlier today. So I'll tag all that stuff for you, and then at the next walkthrough, everything should be completed, and then you would just sign that you're happy with the home the way it is.
So that will be next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So if you got like dings and stuff,
The crackers.
Yep.
Also, what about the vents? So didn't after when the cut is also use green?
No, you use red. That's a painter.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. You want to have a sit? You have any questions down here?
没有。现在关键就是看使用过程中，这个检查基本上不会有啥大问题，一些小的问题。主要使用过程中呢，我们这个视频主要是租客的时候，到时候看得更清楚。我们会跟他讲解一下，然后租客再看，有些细节上的东西，他有些问题他就解决了。
So we're going to start right here. So go over the thermostats. So it's a single zone thermostat. So this is the only thermostat in the home
For the whole.
for the whole house.
Oh, okay.
As far as function, you've got cool and heat, and then you also got Wi-Fi, so you can set it up to where you can Wi-Fi. So you can download that app. Once you get internet connected, then you can control your thermostat from your phone.
Okay.
So if you just want basic use for on and off, you go right here to mode, and then heat. Then that will turn on the heat. So now it's going to cool or warm the house to 70 degrees.
Okay.
And then that's the humidity.
Excuse me, I have a question. Like for this washer, like the dryer for here is using gas.
You have gas or electric.
Oh.
So we cook the home because we know electric is like the upcoming technology. So we cook the home with electric dryer and a gas dryer, so you have both options.
Okay.
The furnace, so that's your attic access there. Inside the attic, you have 220 for a heat pump. So if you want to put a heat pump in the future, you have option for that in the attic as well.
What does heat pump do?
It's newer
他楼
technology.
下
So
放冰箱没有？
now, which I'm not sure why, maybe because it's multifamily. But my last community I worked on, heat pumps were required by the state.
Okay.
So when this goes out, if it goes bad, there's something wrong with it. Obviously, we'll cover it for warranty. But outside of warranty, you go to replace it or get parts, you might not find parts because it's going to be obsolete. So the new technology that's coming in is heat pumps, and heat pumps are going to be what all the new construction is going to be.
But was it for like AC or?
Yes, it's for AC.
Sorry, my mom.
No, that's okay.
喂，妈妈，我正在做。
Based on the appliance. So if the appliance has an electric option, then you can
Yeah,
connect
I
the
know.
electric.
I buy the dryer. They said we have the gas or electricity. You can choose
Yes.
which one you want to use. Cause my home, I'm using like electricity one.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Do you have solar?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
perfect. Yeah. So
Because I know, I just noticed.
electric isn't like it is other parts of the world. They're working on it, but because of all the restrictions, there's a lot of things that the technology not work as well. Even though it's better technology, it's newer, plus it's more efficient, being that it's electric, we have solar. But we've always given, primarily, we've always done gas furnaces and gas dryers. That's been like a new standard. Now it's an old standard, but that was a standard for probably 15 years.
Yeah.
And then 15 years ago, I remember, like my house was built in the 70s. I live in Huntington Beach. I'm a mile and a half from the ocean. And when I got in there, I saw that there was an electric dryer, and I'm like, well, I want gas. And so I went up in my attic, I found gas, and then I ran the gas pipe down, and I connected gas, so I had gas. But electric is actually cheaper depending on how you use
I
it.
mean, everyone, they have the sun power right now, so if you're using like electronic, they will be like save money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's definitely the wave that we're headed. The builders just take a little bit more time.
Yeah, but I mean, like she has choice.
Yeah, the options are great.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, that was my mom. She was wondering what's going on here.
Is she coming?
No, next week.
Next week?
Yeah,
Cool.
so later. So we were talking about heat pump. I don't know what's that.
So the heat pump is just a newer technology that produces hot and cold air. So right now you have a regular standard furnace, and then if that becomes obsolete, you probably won't be able to replace it with the like, because it's going to go electric. Because now California, all appliances are going electric.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But we have 220 up there for you already, so you don't have to wire electrical in the attic. It's already there, pre-wired.
Okay.
And same with your laundry room, pre-wired for electric. All right, and then we'll go into the laundry, and I'll show you a few things inside here. If you want to come, yeah, I was gonna say, if you want to come this way, I'll step inside. So the furnace does produce condensation. So when it produces condensation, it drains into a primary drain, which is here. The secondary drain is going to go over a window. So if you ever notice water dripping outside in front of a window, that means that the primary drain is clogged, and you got to schedule someone for service for the HVAC system.
Okay.
I'll show you when we get outside where the water would be.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's that window right there.
This.
Yeah, that window, and if you look on the other side, if you look right over there, there's that pipe on the other house. I'll see it on the roof or on the ceiling.
On top of? Oh, that one.
Yep,
The one.
coming straight down.
Oh, okay.
So that's your secondary condensation. So you have one right here over this window.
Oh, so that's for the dryer.
For the furnace.
Furnace. Okay.
Yep, the furnace, when it blows hot air and cold air, it builds condensation, so it drains into a primary, and then this would be considered secondary. And then the third line of defense would be inside the pan has a flow switch. If that picks up there's moisture in the pan, it'll shut the furnace off completely. You don't have to worry about that. It's just information for you to know. Alright, so back in here, you've got a fan that can stay on 24/7. So if you leave the fan and you're running your washer and your dryer, and you close these doors, it's going to draw air out of the house, but when you open a window, a door, it's going to bring a gust of fresh air in the home. So what's happening right now, it's sucking air out, and as you're living in the home and you're trying to bring in fresh air because you rely on your HVAC and you don't open windows or doors, this will help when you open the front door or the garage door to bring fresh air back into your home. So it's just a ventilating fan, but you can leave it on all the time because there's louvers here, so then it'll actually, with the doors closed, it'll still pick up the
Okay,
air.
got it. So was it like if you turn it off, then it will off? Oh, okay. I thought it's like a time
No.
delay. Okay, got it.
And then the light switch is on a timer, so if you forget to turn the light off, it will automatically turn off. And then hot and cold, primary drain, electrical for your washer or dryer if you use gas. But if you use electric, then you would just use this. High voltage. Alright, we're going to go into the primary and then we'll work our way back this way. But as you're walking there, if you look up, that's the combo. So smoke detector, carbon monoxide, attic access. That's your waypoint for internet. So just data cables. And then this is your AC filter here.
So every half a year I need to take this, but and this is the only one.
20 by 20, and then this.
20 by 20 standard.
No. Yeah, it's pretty standard.
Okay.
So 20 by 20, and then this is like I think a 18 by 18 or 16 by 16.
Oh, the different sizes.
Yes. Yeah. So they back in the day it used to be a 1-inch filter. Now they use a 3-inch.
So that's 20, 20, and then the other one is 18.
18.
Okay, got it. And 3-inch filter.
3-inch filter.
Where do you usually buy those?
Amazon.
Amazon, okay.
Alright, so primary bathroom. You got a medicine cabinet.
Feel like home now.
Humidiswitch. So this will pick up moisture in here. Now you might notice it turns on automatically because when you looked at thermostat it said 43% humidity, which is pretty high for moisture content inside the room. So that means the fan will turn on automatically. If it turns on automatically in the middle of the night and it bothers you, you can make adjustments to this. So when we go downstairs, I'm going to show you where you can find all the manuals for every manufactured part in your home. And you can plug it in your computer and find it on a PDF. And then when you push Control F, it brings up a little find bar, and you can type in anything that you're looking for, and then it'll pop up a bunch of options.
Not sure I'm ever gonna try that, but it's a good way to store everything and all the information.
Lots of information, because you're going to have everything that Pulte makes on all of our homes. So there's a lot of different standards. Okay, primary. We got some cracks up there, it looks like. This is your communication panel. So if you want to schedule, this is SST on the front. They're really familiar with smart systems. So when it comes to like setting up your Wi-Fi or setting up an alarm system, anything that's smart technology home related, you can reach out to them and they have all kinds of options for you. Especially for this panel. So they put this panel in here, they did the original installation. And if you have questions about like how to set up your internet and the best way, you can call them, they come out and do a consultation with you, and then you can use them as a service to set up whatever type of services you're looking
I
for.
thought Wi-Fi usually talk to like Spectrum, or are they also
So,
similar service?
No, so that's a service provider. They just do installation of all the hardware. So they're hardware installers. So they do, I mean, when you call and schedule Cox, they'll come over here, put a modem, and that's it. You have data ports all around your home, and if you don't, if Cox comes out, they don't use those extra ports, then you have Wi-Fi built into your modem, right? Most modems have Wi-Fi built into them.
Yes.
So you put your modem inside of here, and then you close that door, then you close this door, say you put a door on that door, and then your master bedroom door. You have 5 doors before you get to the hallway for Wi-Fi. So if you call them, they can set up to where they put your modem in here, put a switch, a network switch. That's something you want to probably buy on Amazon, a network switch. And that'll give you options to use all the data lines that are in this box. So inside of here you have maybe 20 different Cat6 data cables. And in order to utilize all those, you have to hook up certain equipment. But your modems only have like sometimes 4 ports. So if you want to add internet to all the ports, so it's everywhere in the home, then you would have to get a network switch.
Network switch is for like make Wi-Fi better across the home.
So, have you ever directly connected like your internet to your TV? Like with a,
with
a
the
data
line.
Yeah, with a data line?
No.
No, everything's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So, if you want to use direct connections for your internet, we put internet connections
I see what
everywhere.
you mean. Okay.
So you can tie directly to there. But the problem is if you put your modem in here, they only have 4 ports on the back of the modem. So you're only going to get 4 locations that have internet.
Okay.
If you want to give all the ports you have, maybe 18 around the home, then you would need to get a network switch. You connect your modem to the network switch, and then you can not split your internet, but
So like different equipment can use the network.
everywhere.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the SST is the.
They can install all of that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really good when it comes to setting up your home to work good for you. So if you got speakers you want to put up there, they know what kind of speakers would fit. They know what kind of system would work best for your home. Excellent. All right.
So I guess all of those will be fixed by next week, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have everything 100% completed from the repairs today next week.
Okay.
Is it just gonna be you and your mom?
It's probably gonna just be me.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's okay.
good.
So this one needs to be cut, right?
Yes. And if you put an arrow, maybe like here, or like right there.
No,
put an
yeah, I'll
arrow.
put that right there.
Oh, perfect. And put cock.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
put
perfect.
part of it.
Perfect. Thank you.
What was that for?
See the register?
Oh.
Yeah, so normally we don't cock them if they're like that one because you have to remove it for the filter, but these all look tight. That one, because it's a fixed unit, it doesn't ever get removed.
Okay.
We can cock it and it'll look much cleaner.
Okay.
Excellent.
细致啊，他们。
Good job. You guys good? All right. We got, we're just gonna look in here real quick and then. Alright, so in this bedroom, you have what's called a jumper. So this is the only bedroom with the jumper. Now it's just a duct that goes from here to here, to that register.
Okay.
And so when that's designed, if your door's closed and your AC is blowing air, say it blows too much cold air in here, it's gonna get a lot colder in here than on the other side of the door because you have no register. But what will happen is it'll blow air, build negative pressure, and push air through there to balance the entire upstairs. So it just helps with balancing the air conditioning.
Okay, got it.
And then secondary bathroom. Again, you got the plug and the main reset and the primary.
Okay, yeah.
That's about it.
That's the fan from here.
Yeah. From here.
Oh, this one? Okay.
Yeah.
And then how about that?
That's AC.
Okay.
So
That's right.
So, you got any questions upstairs?
没问题
Covered a lot of information.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of tags. I'm gonna, as soon as we finish, and we're gonna sign some documents downstairs. As soon as we finish, I'm gonna grab the painter or the drywallers, have them just look at everything,
Okay.
and then they can get started tomorrow. And then paint will start on Thursday, and then we'll be ready to clean and for you to close on
Awesome.
next Tuesday.
Sure. Question, why is the window color a bit darker than, like, it's not totally white?
So this particular elevation, they made all the windows a beige color. And then, like if you look on that house, because it has white trim on the outside, we use the white window. So it's just the plan type specific for the homes.
OK。窗有点发黄那个颜色，就这个，就是设计的这个色儿，
它就是这种颜色，
单层。
是说，这里边单层没有影响，没有噪音，不会产生噪音。
All right. Where do you live now?
Culver City.
Culver City?
Yes.
Oh, that's a drive.
Yes, it's like almost 2 hours.
Oh wow. Really?
Yeah.
What is your exterior and interior color scheme? So you have a plan 2A, color scheme 4, and you have package number 1. We don't even sell package number 2. That's a custom color on the walls. So what that means when you go to this page, because your color scheme 4, right? So it says here color scheme 4.
Yeah.
That means I circled it. Everything here is going to be your exterior colors. So if you want to find out what color your front door is, you go down to this column, find front door, go to number 4, and you have Aurora Brown for the front door.
Like in case you want to spray paint.
Touch up, you put a Christmas wreath, you put a melon, you want to patch it, whatever. So this is just all your exterior colors. And then your interior colors. So you have 2 paint colors. We also provide you a touch-up kit underneath the sink. It's going to have 2 paint colors. You're going to have flat and semi-gloss. Semi-gloss is what they use for all the baseboard and doors and casing. Everything that has a shine to it except the cabinets. And then the other, the flat, is going to be for the walls and ceiling. Question? Alright, Sunnova. That is going to be probably the first thing you're going to want to set up is solar. When you get your internet set up, then schedule solar. That's going to be the first thing you want to do so you can save a little bit of money on your electricity
I
bill.
think I talked to them before about setting up with the panel, like the fee and everything. So I was thinking, should I call them now or like next Tuesday?
If you already have a scheduled date for...
So they need to come in to install everything, right?
No, everything's installed, they just got to activate it.
Oh, okay. So are they got the...
说那个说让我们是要付费吗？是送的，我不知道。
I know.
这个那个太阳能是1个月付费还是每个月啊？你要注意那个费用，我们有以前必须罚过款的，一定要看每个月的连接自动支付要成功。这个要注意，这是一个就是些关键点吧。每个月付费要注意要从账户上把钱扣走，因为这个是房东付，不会租客不会付的。
你说
这个太阳
的钱还是电
这个太阳能的电费是他的，因为这个太阳能我跟你说，他每年我们交给租客的时候会给租客强调，如果他因为不付电费，到1年会有一个单子出来。我们曾经有租客收到2-3千美金的一个账单就吓懵了，因为对老美来说，他觉得我们有太阳能不会付电费，但实际上还是要付电费的。这个是我们要给租客交税的，就是因为太阳能公司它是每年给你结算一次，那么有些那个租客他认为有那个太阳能，他们就随便乱用，然后1年一结算就超了，就会一个2-3年的账单，知道吧？就是这个分开的，一块是这个太阳能，这个每个月那个租赁费是 owner 来付，那么这个电费最后的1年一个结算，这个是租客自己的。
所以这个的账号和电的账号是2个不同的账号。
两个不同。就是付费这块的是由 owner 来付，然后电费结算的时候是由那个租客来承担。
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to have the same problem here. So whatever you experience, guide her through that process. We turned in all the building permits, so everything should be finalized with the county.
Okay.
If SDG&E doesn't get their information from the county, that's not because we didn't turn it in, it's because they're delaying that transition. So SDG&E is kind of like a gas company, you know, like a mafia. Seriously, they're like, it's really challenging to communicate with them. I mean, I have a hard time working with them, but it's because they have a lot of power, and so they can dictate everything. But for you guys, since you're moving into a brand new home and you have a solar system installed, and I could provide you a document saying that it's been finalized with the county, there shouldn't be any delays. But you might experience delays because SDG&E is the one that's having these problems. And I don't know what it is, but the county, has nothing to do with the county, has nothing to do with the builder. But I've noticed a lot of homeowners, not in this community, but outside this area, because we all use the same solar system. I've heard from Sun Nova that they're experiencing the same problem getting things activated.
就是我的我们小区的 solar permit， 一开始我刚搬进去的时候，它还在 SE 那边还在处理，还没批下来，所以我一开始就是用 regular 的那个电，然后后来他们 permit 过了，我才能 activity 我的 solar sun power。
Okay, so right now I need to contact them to activate the solar system and then apply for another account for electricity. Is that right?
No, you're going to want to schedule an account for electricity, water, and gas first. That's the first thing you do when you close, and schedule internet.
这个我们处理了很多，我们到时候和租客要去开通协助。这个我们处理了很多这种案例。
So how about the trash?
When you schedule water, you also need to schedule trash with them. So.
因为我们家 trash 和 water 是在一个 bill 上面。
Who do I talk to for electricity, water, trash, and gas?
Sales will give you contacts for all of them, but it's going to be for electric, it's going to be SDG&E. For gas, it's going to be SoCal Gas. For water, it's Santa Margarita Water District. And for trash, it's going to be CR&R.
他们到时候会给你一张纸，上面都有。
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be my homework for next week. I don't need to worry about today, right? Okay.
No.
Here's my homework. Okay.
All right. Questions about solar? I think your friend's got everything that you need to know about solar because she has some top secret information. I heard about this just about a week and a half ago.
Oh, really?
A lot of people were experiencing that problem with SDG.
And
In this strata or like?
No, it's SDG&E. It's actually the power company.
Oh.
Yeah, they're the ones having the issues. We turn in all of our permits. When we get a building final, we turn in all the permits at the same time. And our county doesn't allow us to finish the building permit unless everything's complete.
So is this like the Orange County?
Yes.
Orange County. 我们那算 LA County.
Oh, okay.
They service all the way to LA County?
Yeah.
SDG&E?
No, we are using SDE.
Oh.
SDE.
Okay. Good. All right. Next generation of intelligent customer service. So if you want, to set up a virtual service request or appointment, you can set it up to where you can FaceTime with somebody or do like a, what do they used to call that? No, it was before FaceTime. Skype?
Oh, yeah.
You can Skype with them, however it works. But if you have like a manufacturer concern, say maybe a user error, you're not sure if you're using it correctly, or maybe something's defective with it and you're just trying to understand it, you can get a virtual appointment and they can kind of guide you through that process. So this is one way to schedule for a service. The other way to schedule for service, which is what the sticker that we put down underneath the kitchen sink, is to send an email. So you go to socalservice@pultegroup.com and just submit an email, and that'll reach out to somebody for service.
They also have the tape inside underneath the sink, right?
For how to submit?
Yeah.
The sticker.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
这下面有。
It's on this door. If you have an emergency after hours, weekends, or holidays, you can reach out to us. If you lose power to like an outlet, that would be something you wait till the following business day. But if you lose power to your entire home, then reach out to us so we can figure out. But first, check to make sure your neighbor doesn't have power.
Oh, okay.
Also, if you have a gas leak, you pay a service with the gas company, so they come in with the instrument. If you call me, hey, I think I got a gas leak, I do the smell test, and I can't pinpoint what the issue is. So if you call the gas company, they'll come with the instrument, and they can pinpoint where the problem's coming. So, for instance, the cooktop, we have Whirlpool do the installation, the plumber ties in the plumbing, and another plumber ties in the plumbing or the wall. So there could be 3 different trade contractors that we gotta schedule if there's a problem with your cooktop. If they come in and pinpoint where the issue is coming, say it's coming from the cooktop or the plumbing or the installation, then we can go to the right trade without chasing the problem.
Got it.
Any questions about this? Okay. Service agreement. So I mentioned earlier you have a 2-year warranty. So it says 1 year additional year to the standard manufacturer's warranty. So this is your service agreement number. So this is the 2nd year of service you have with your appliances. You can write all the model numbers and serial numbers down here, take a photo, and then email it, and that way everything's registered. You can call and then just give them all the model number and serial numbers over the phone. But the easiest thing to do is just take a photo once it's all filled out and email it. And that'll just help eliminate any delays from the 1st year to 2nd year warranty.
Okay, so that's something that I need to do today, like after I move in.
Yeah, after you move in.
Okay.
And it's only because now your warranty's still gonna be valid even if you don't register them. But coming into the 2nd year, because you have a service agreement number, there might be a delay. We'll always go to bat for you. So if there's an issue in the 2nd year with any of your appliances and they're not coming in for service, we'll come in and say, hey guys, you gotta fix this. This is covered in a warranty. But this just kind of helps eliminate any delays.
Got it. Register warranty. Okay.
All right, last document. Yep.
Yep.
Last document before we get into signatures is just how to access our home warranty. So if you go to Pulte's website, you scroll to the bottom, you'll find these links here. So if you have questions about what's covered on warranty, go to the warranty document and that'll give you all the stuff that's covered on a warranty. Home care guide, so maintenance tips, you can find there, and then great savings on the local vendors in the area.
Okay.
Okay.
那个，那么你回头把这些东西全部扫描，存到这个房子档案，扫描成那个扫描件，随时可以调。今后租客要问生活问题、房子以上问题，随时一调出来，这该找哪个部门，知道吧？这是就形这个工作的一个规则。
So this is a landscape disclosure. It just says that you have to follow the HOA guidelines. You're going to be responsible if there's any type of plant material you install that attracts rodents or anything that maybe causes erosion control or causes erosion without control. And so this is just stating that it would be your responsibility to follow these guidelines.
Okay, so landscaping is just that area.
Yeah, just in that part. And then just the date.
你问他一下，我们弄了后边需不需要 HOA 先批？
Also, after we do the landscape, you might have to get approval from the HOA.
So HOA does need approvals, but there is enough landscapers that's doing work in this area that knows all the guidelines. So they've been able to start early and then turn in.
Yeah, I mean, if we find somebody else, like other handlers, do
So if you find somebody outside the HOA guidelines, you'll have to follow that process, submit your plans, and then they got to get approved, and then you start construction. If you need a landscaper, let me know. Alright, landscape disclosures.
把这个拿去扫描过后，给他做一个总结，就是今后房子出了问题，哪方面的找哪个？
I peeled this one. So you'll get copies
哪
of
个
all
重点
these.
出来这？哪个关键点出？
This is a celebration, so this is the checkpoint, or I'm sorry, checklist that we walked everything inside your home. Sorry, this is for the exterior.
And then we're gonna do exterior later.
Well, I did it while we were waiting for you, but I don't mind going back.
Oh,
there.
yeah, sure. Okay, that's okay. He should have it in recording.
Okay. And then this is everything that we talked about on the inside of your home. And then this is all the owner's manuals. So I give you a thumb drive here, and that'll have all the information on every product that we install in your home. And then you also have paper copies. So I put paper copies for your appliances in a bag, and they'll be in a drawer. Your water heater will have the manual with it in case someone needs to come out for service, and same with your furnace in the attic. So if someone goes up in the attic, the manual will be sitting with the unit.
Okay.
But if you want to see a digital copy, you can find it in there.
It's there. Okay.
John Doom is your customer service rep. So he's the guy that when you submit a ticket, that will reach out to you. Little baseball card with a description about him. He's been doing service for 22 years. His first car was a 71 Datsun. Let's see, his favorite food is salmon. Just a brief introduction with him. So John's a great guy.
Can I quickly take a picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, same email. Okay.
Okay, and then this, I'm gonna write my list. So I'm gonna write paint pickup as tag needed.
咱们还要试那个水什么那些都试了。
是
哦，是的。所以它就是就有一些需要，就是坑坑洼洼的需要补，其他的都没什么。对，好的。
他不会给你补完的，他给你补平就完了。
我们一般所有房子补完了。
他都是给你应付，我跟你说。没有大问题就行，主要是在后面使用过程当中，因为我们有些房子漏水、开墙都出现过新房，把这些问题避免了、规避了。
Okay. You say you guys found anything other than paint cabinets, drywall? Any?
Just caulk the vent.
That was the only other big item. Okay, easy. So these are the items from today. What I need from you is a signature acknowledging that we have these items to repair.
Okay.
So you'll sign for today, and then at the next walkthrough, you'll sign that everything's been completed to your satisfaction, date, and then initial, and then that'll be it.
Okay.
All right? So just at the top here. All right. That's it.
Awesome.
Let's go outside. I'll just do another. Wasn't supposed to peel that until after the. It's okay. We'll go outside and I'll just talk a little bit about the front and also the backyards.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
You got it. And then I also will keep a copy of everything you sign.
Oh, so that's taking today?
No, you don't have to take it. I'll put it all together in a folder in the drawer.
Okay, awesome.
Pavers are really expensive, and I usually say with smaller yards, go pavers all the way around. But if you want an animal, down the road, it'd be good to put like a strip of grass, maybe on that side up against that area. But what we do here is we make the swell really strong, so like it's not very flat back here, and it's just because we don't want the water to go against the house. So you can adjust all your drains and the elevation once you're ready to landscape. But until then, you want to leave it like this so the water will stay away from your home.
Can you put like all concrete?
Yeah. Well, I think the HOA does recommend a planter up against these fences.
Does
That's why I was
it
thinking like
require of
soft-scape.
it?
I'm not familiar with all their guidelines, just because I haven't done enough landscapes here, but I do know that they put some restrictions in with softscape and hardscape up against some of the
wall
fences, the walls.
所以他是说可以都铺水泥，但是那里可能要铺草。
不一定要问 HOA 这个。
哦 ，OK， 说。
所以你这个地方，你爸不是联系个朋友嘛？喊他在打之前要经过 HOA， 一定先递交那个 HOA 批准。他要先发一个草图 ，HOA 批准过后，然后再做。不是要开罚单要背，我们都有现在有个房子必开罚单，然后再给 HOA 去沟通。
OK，
就是这个程序，我跟你说一下。
那我大概什么时候？周二交房之后，还是今天就可以先晾，然后让
现在都可以晾啊，先晾啊。
哦，
可以喊他晾了，然后他发一个图纸，然后给 HOA 一交，然后 HOA 拿到批准，然后就马上可以动工。
OK，
这个里面不影响居住，这个外面不影响我们出租，主要窗帘要尽快弄上，否则影响出租。
Do you have the measurement for the area, like how long?
This is roughly 9 feet. And I want to say these are 60 by 40, so this would be roughly 30 feet.
We have like the floor space.
What?
Floor plan. With all the measurement, like how long.
I don't. So my plans, my plans, I need to build, and like there's like 60 pages in there. So you have, like, if you want a measurement, you got to go to one page. If you want another measurement, you got to go to another page, and you really got to scan through the plans to be familiar with what the dimensions are.
Okay.
So it's better with this area just to measure the tape measure.
Oh.
If you want, I can measure it, and I can have the answer for you when you come back at the next
great.
one.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so back here, like I mentioned, your area drains can be adjusted. You do have water already sourced back here with some valves. That valve's set up for the front yard, so you're going to be maintaining the watering for the HOA. So all the other HOA areas behind that are not shared use reclaimed water, and everything in front of your home is going to be on domestic water, just the regular water that comes in from the city.
So what's that one?
That's a rain gauge. So when the timer is set up, we have a timer on the other side. When the timer is active and it rains outside, that will pick up the moisture and then cancel your irrigation.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, when it rains, you don't need to water the next day because the ground's already wet. So that would recognize it and then just cancel the schedule.
Okay. And then, so I'm a little bit confused. The water, you said some about domestic water and then some from HOA?
So the HOA, all of the HOA areas that they maintain and that they pull water source from is all reclaimed water. So when you notice, it's basically they take the water and they filter it and they clean it and then they reuse it for plants.
From my own household?
Yes.
Okay.
So the reclaimed water is on like the sloped areas, but like the HOA shared areas in front of your home, that's on domestic water. So that'll be normal water that you get from your home.
So like watering the plant, it will be coming from domestic from myself.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Correct.
And then it comes from here.
Yes. So the timer, the wire that comes off of that valve goes to here, and then this is your timer. So inside of here, you're gonna have a schedule, and it's already set up. So you got, you know, the time and date, and then it'll automatically water. If it does water excessively, say more than 2 days a week, then you're gonna want to make adjustments to this. Especially you only need 2 days of watering. In the summer is when you want 3 days of watering.
Okay, so what if we put all concrete, so like no grass in the back, then do we still need the watering?
This is watering the front.
Oh, the HOA.
So you still need this, but the great thing about the system, because it's already installed in your home, that if you wanted to put plants around here, you can have this also water your any of your softscape.
Okay, I see. So basically, usually I don't need to do anything about it, but if it's too much, then I can adjust it from here.
I would try to set, so this is Wi-Fi available, but you have to get the link. Once you get the Wi-Fi set up, I'm sure managing it is going to be much easier. I have a hard time understanding what all that means. So, you know, right now it's on auto. So that's like a schedule that you could set. You can start and set times. There's your run time, so it's 1 minute of watering, or 15 minutes of watering. Water days.
Oh,
So-
every Sunday.
So it's every other, it's Monday, Wednesday,
Oh,
Friday,
every other day.
Sunday. Yeah, every other day.
What does the Wi-Fi for?
So Wi-Fi, so then you can connect this to an app and then
Oh,
control.
there's an app for that.
Yeah,
as
and
well.
control all this.
There's
from
an
your
app for
phone.
everything right now.
Everything.
Okay.
So right now, because it's on auto, now it'll go to the auto cycle, and then it also uses the rain gauge.
Okay. That's good.
And then there's a key in there if you need a key
Oh, to lock the thing.
to lock
Okay.
it.
Got it.
All right, this will be your condenser. So this is what produced the cold air, and then the furnace in the attic will blow the cold air and produce the hot air.
Oh, okay.
Just annual maintenance, and you'll see when you go to Pulte's website where it says all the maintenance and care guides. Go to that, and then it'll tell you what to check and what to look for.
Okay. But this one is
I mean, it's you'll want to make sure, especially after you do your landscape, to make sure they clean it well, because they're gonna move all the dirt and the dust is gonna settle into here, inside of there. When these fins, you can see they look like lines, you know, they roll thin pieces of metal going this way.
Yeah.
When that gets covered in dirt, then it becomes very difficult to produce the cold air. And when it works harder, it uses more electricity. So just to make the unit work efficiently, it's good to clean it annually. Usually just hose off that area. They even make a special tool that hooks onto your hose that you can just clean that real quick.
So
Like use water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
probably need to do that as well. Okay. So usually people just do it by ourselves and then use water to clean up.
Yeah, just use those and.
Okay. Got it.
But try not to get into the electrical. So you just want to clean these fin areas.
Okay.
Okay. And on this side, you can see where all the electrical is. You want to keep the water away from that area. But right here, right here.
Yeah, we found there's no light bulb for that, right? There's no light bulb.
on the.
In that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
This one has it.
This one
Probably
has
not.
it. This one has it.
Does it?
Yeah, this one has it.
I wonder why they didn't put it on that one. I'll make a mental note. I'll get a bolt for that. The hood vent does vent to the exterior, so that's the eyebrow. Remember I told you the one window you would have a pipe that would drip water? So that's the pipe that would drip water. This is your gas meter. So the gas meter and electric meter is on each side of the building. So you have 2 meters here, which means that you're feeding your neighbors as well. So inside the garage, there's a chase where the utilities will transfer between the 2 units. And so the gas lines are going through your garage into the neighbors, and then your electrical's going from the outside of the other building, on the other side of the building, coming into your unit.
Okay. Got it.
And then this is your water meter. So if you have a leak in the fire sprinkler system, this is the only place you can shut it off, right here.